Tyrogue. Most nobody knows that reference, but that's okay. Slow Bros. Jim, which one do you want released next? Yeah, we did talk about it. I gotta get better at. You know what, Joe?
Nope. If
we can, well, at the end of the show, we're building habits. So at the end of the show, if you'll find us, because I think you got to do the raid anyway. I'm not sure. Maybe I could punch in the command. Doesn't matter. If you find us a channel to raid, I will go to social media and put out the discussion so that we can immediately have it out there and we'll link it to our Reddit page as well. I'll put a link to our Reddit page rather in the promotion, and that way at the end of the show, we're putting out the question for the next week, and we're good to go.
Okay.
So good. I wonder what it takes to lose affiliate. Don't want to find out. Just, curious.
After how you rated us of the Twitch support, you're done. You're not affiliate anymore.
Yeah, no, that last when we're in the middle of it and they didn't do anything for me, it's like, how do we do? Nothing is how you did.
All right, it's 8:01. Let's get this party rolling. Whoa.
Do it.
Hold on. What just happened? The Discord
camera?
Yeah.
I see on the stream it went a little wonky donk.
My camera died.
Huh.
Turn on camera. Why did the camera just go bloop? That was weird. All right.
You good now?
Yes, we are good.
Let me make sure you hit record. I got time for that kind of nonsense tonight. All right, here we go. Oh, I don't have the right channel. That's wrong. All right, right channel up. There we go. Oh, it's a good day to be on Twitch. That's right. We're back, and it's not a new Twitch. We fought the good fight. Team Rocket ran out of town, and we survived.
Then what are you still doing in town? You're the leader.
I'm undercover. I'm legit catching them all, don't you know? I am the rock god of catching Charles McFall. There's Embrace the Giovanni _ Joseph Ard. And how you doing, Joe, man? It's good. It's good. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. It's been a long week, but I'm doing okay.
Yeah, man.
How are you doing?
Well, it's been a long 2 months, but to get that email, I don't remember what day it was, but it was after the last show. We jumped through a few more hoops with Twitch, and okay, we fixed it. And I texted Joe. I was like, all right, if you got time, log in. And he didn't have time, so I logged in when I finally got 3 minutes, and I logged in, and we're in. And I was like, we're in. And he's like, he sent me that baby meme, and and I could just picture Joe doing that. So excited. It was so good. It's good to be back. Experiences of the week. Do you have any?
I did catch myself a couple of deerlings. That was pretty nice.
Crap, I forgot they were out. I've been stupid busy. I have been so stupid busy.
The little deer. The little Bambi.
Oh, dear.
Did a few Giratina raids with the group. Didn't get a shiny. And I think my best IVs wasn't even... We lost your camera. Wasn't even all that great. 13, 15, 11, or something like that. So, but yeah.
Okay. So for the podcast, right before we started, that exact same just happened to Joe. On Joe's end, it lost his camera in Discord, and we started just a minute late. And then right as we started, Discord dropped my camera. What is going on, Joe?
Discord's just dropping cameras left and right.
Don't make that the title. But yeah. So I gotta try to find me some deerlings.
That's true. Now that we're back on Twitch, you could use Showbot to submit your titles. So get those in. We've kind of just been playing off the cuff the last couple of weeks for titles. So.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, so got the deerling. Didn't do a whole lot for Meowth Day. Before the show, I was talking about a trip that I was making to the very, very rural Georgia, and that was on Saturday during the Meowth event. And so my connection was super, super spotty. In fact, you guys did some raids during that time, and I was like, I'm not going to join because my connection, it'll drop repeatedly. But yeah, so it didn't do a whole lot for the Meowth research. I did catch a couple of them, but no shinies there
I didn't do
either.
any of it.
But yeah, just a long week IRL. Long week. Too much R in that IRL.
No kidding, man. Apparently, I am great friends with Aniz and Ha. I don't know. ANNEZZIINHA. Yeah, it's in the game name. Whatever. My experiences this week. Yeah, I didn't do anything for the Meowth event at all. I got a few texts, from Joe or Ibit going, hey, to all of us, the group, right? To say, hey, you might want to do this raid, do that raid. I did a few Giratina raids again with like you and like Barry. No shinies, but some okay stats and fun times fighting. I can't remember what I did on Saturday. I'm trying to rack my brain going, what did I do? I have no idea. It feels like since September hit, I blinked and everything's gone. It's just not enough time in the day to do anything, just going constantly doing stuff. It's I need a break, man. I need life to ease off of that gas. We ain't got to get there right now. We can get there in a little bit. Let's slow down. Let's enjoy the ride a little bit.
I saw a meme the other day about how March had a Friday the 13th on a new moon or something like that, or a full moon, and how Halloween will have another full moon. So they're hoping that the pushing the clocks back, moving the time back an hour will reset 2020 to factory settings, and that could really, really help a lot of people for the rest of the year.
Yeah, I saw the other meme I saw. This is a while back. Because anybody taking the 2020 cartridge out, blow it on it, and put it back in, see if it works any better?
The kids these days have no idea what that means.
Right. My kids kind of do. I've kind of explained a little bit about that. My daughter, this is off topic, but I think everybody here would get a little kick out of the story. Is she went to a thrift shop the other day. This is my oldest. She's turned 14. And she went to the thrift shop. She came home with a legit boombox. A dual cassette deck boombox. Didn't even know if it really works at all. Didn't have the power cord with it. And I think she kind of wanted it for decoration, but she also grabbed a few cassette tapes to mess with it. I'm like, well, let me just tell you, wait till one of those breaks. I got you. I want to show you some cool tricks with that once you tear up that tape. So yeah, the kids these days, man. I gotta get my gotcha charged because for the last time I went back up to Marietta, didn't spend anything, didn't catch anything. It's just been nonstop going, teaching, doing, and it's a blur, man. It is a blur. But I've got to get my gotcha charged because I'm going to Athens Saturday to pick up my kids, and that's a community day. So I need to be ready. There's a dead zone that nothing's really happening, but once I get to Athens, I need to be ready. That'll be because it's 11 to 5. I forget how long.
11 to 5.
Yeah. So I'll be leaving the house about the time it starts, but it is what it is. As far as getting started, there's I live in a town, so there'll be stops and catches to be made. But there's a big stretch of nothingness between here and there. So I really want it ready to go when I'm there and sitting around. Enjoying the raids, enjoying the remote raids. Got a free remote pass the other day. Is it every day or every week? There's a remote pass
Every Monday.
every Monday. So I got my Monday remote pass. It just happened to be I had the game open and got it. I've seen your deerling on the screen. I have not seen one myself, but again, I wish you'd give. I wish you'd give a track and like give me grief for how many days I haven't opened my app. Um, I can't tell you how many times something pops up. Spin first time, not first time, but like one in a row of 7. Like yeah, that counter's going to keep getting reset for a hot minute. Nothing we can do about it. But Giratina rates have been good. I popped it, man. I popped into okay. All right. So in fact, I don't have an egg hatching right now, and here's why. Because Ibit hit the other day. Is a real last minute one. He's like, "Hey, I've got a Giratina going up. Does anyone want it?" And I barely saw. I mean, they sent it fine. I was busy, and I barely saw the text come out. So I was already like a minute, 2 minutes late to the text. You know how that can go, Joe. It's like your Barry gets in there. It's like, yeah, I got these accounts. You get in there, and go.
Yeah, Barry's
I
like,
can do
boom,
this.
boom, 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 boom. All 5 accounts are on.
And nobody wants to sit around because you don't know. You don't like the other day. I said, yeah, I'm gonna get in one. He sent me an invite. My phone died. You don't want to sit around waiting for a response. So I'm like, crap. It's been like 2 minutes since Barry said he could help out and that'd be enough. I'm like, I'm in. And it was like, oh, cool, just in time. And I'm opening my game. I'm like, come on, open this game. Let's go. And I see the orange bar. So it loaded really fast. I see the orange bar. I'm like, cool, I didn't miss it. But now you know in your brain, once the orange bar is lit up, that counter is going. And we don't know when the orange bar lit up, right? So it could be at 160 seconds or whatever the max is, or it could be at 10 seconds. And I'm like, I go to hit the orange bar and pops up. I'm like, get off my screen. Go. I don't even know what I hatched. I'm like, go, get off, smacking the egg. Got in with like 15 seconds to go before the raid started. But I was stressing so hard. Like, I need this. I need this battle. I need to punch something in the face right now. And your egg is getting in my way. Oh, this game. Who knew this game was so stressful? I need some peace in my life. I need some peace, man. So, but it's been good. So we did have, you know what? I always jump the gun. So finish opening your boxes there. And let's talk about the experiences from Discord. I'm going to go ahead and pull that around because I see you're fighting there. So let me, you got to, okay, cool. You swung over.
Yeah. So we've got U.S. Nate Scout, who has deemed himself the real fraud. Shiny Natu right there. Popeye 705 with a perfect Ponyta and a shiny perfect Meowth. And I believe that's the Alolan Meowth. Yeah, that is the Alolan Meowth. So, very cool. Popeye with another 100%.
Pokémon GO Podcast.
Dang it! I'm trying to find. I always forget to play this out because it was such a cool. Yeah. Because I love that we have it, and I hate that I forget. So I was trying not to interrupt you.
Popeye with another 100%.
Hey there, my name is Tom, and these are the experiences of the week.
Although I kind of think we should say, hey there, this is Shiftworks, because, the only person with the power of the fraud is Tom. And if Shiftworks deemed himself the real fraud, and we got a phone call saying, I'm in your Discord, bro. I'm just saying, I'm not, I'm eyeballing you, Shifty. I'm eyeballing you.
Barry with a shiny Burmy. You can barely tell it's shiny, but there is the little star particles there. So there's.
I love how super zoomed in you go on that.
Popeye with the shiny Giratina. Terry showing off his raid hour. Ended up with 3 shiny Giratinas and a Volibee.
Ooh, how'd you get a Volibee?
Yeah. Is Volibee... I believe Volibee is hatching from the new stuff. I'd have to double check that.
If you hadn't burned your bridges with Ask a Pokédespert, we could ask them and they could tell us.
Yeah, that was fun.
What else? What else was going on there?
But yeah, no, Volibee is pretty new. They just barely went live a couple days ago. So Volibee cannot be caught in the wild. You can only get them through the new quote unquote strange eggs, but we'll talk about those in just a little bit.
I did see the headline pop up about strange eggs, but yeah, we can get to that. You're right.
A Charles catch. So that's a gotcha catch.
Gotcha.
From US Nate Scout. It's a shiny Houndour. Popeye grabbing a shiny Vulpix from home. Really nice IVs on that Vulpix too. Looks like it's 14,
14.
Yeah. Nolte got quite a few shinies this week. Nabbed himself 8 shinies, 3 shiny Giratina, a shiny Alolan Grimer, Chikorita, Alolan Meowth, Moltres, and Growlithe. Ellie, who is in chat right now, got herself a 100% Clink. Very nice.
Nice.
Very, very nice. But speaking of shinies, we did put out a question this last week, the discussion point. Which Gen 1 shiny Pokemon do you want released next? Now, we talked about the Pokemon that were not released, but for those that don't remember, it's a pretty small list. So it's the Spearow family, Paris family, Slowpoke family, Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan, which some people refer to as the Tyrogue family, Goldeen, Ditto, Snorlax, and Mew. So those were the options for people to pick from to state which one they wanted to be released next. And we did get a few answers here just before the show started. So why don't you cover what those are? You got those up?
Well, Tyrogue was one of them.
Yep. So
Tyrogue,
Shiftworks was saying he wanted
Tom.
Shift Tom. The Tyrogue family. What else? He said a few different ones.
Slow Bros.
Yep. So Slowpoke and Slowbro.
Yeah, but I missed the other one.
So he thought that Snorlax was already out. Now, we talked about this last week a little bit. So Snorlax was teased. And so a lot of people think that he's out because most people lose track of which ones are out and which ones are.
That'd be me.
Yeah. I mean, you'd have to have a mind like a steel trap to remember every single one that's been released at this point. Because I think we have 650-ish Pokemon released in Pokemon Go right now. So, yeah, we got a few.
See, I wish if my kids were into it, I'd be up to date because, like, I was going to make a joke about 8-year-olds. You need to get an 8-year-old because it seemed like every 8-year-old who ever played Pokemon, they know everything. They can't get their homework done, at least in my house, but they know everything about what they're playing. And like, I need to get my kid in on this. So like, hey, Ryland, how many shinies are out? They could just tell me.
But yeah, so the theory that most people have for Snorlax, because it was teased, the shiny Snorlax in some promotional art, is that shiny Snorlax will probably get released as a joint collaboration event with Pokemon Sleep when Pokemon Sleep comes out. So I have no idea when that's supposed to come out, but it was announced quite some time ago.
A long time ago, yeah.
Yep.
I think it was still on the show when it was announced. So I'll tell you. Yeah, I'll tell you, depending on the cost factor, I'm buying the crap out of that Sleep. Just to know there's one other way I can keep playing this game and get something done when I'm not actually playing the game because I'm getting life done.
Pokemon Sleep, we don't know how it'll be connected to Pokemon Go because it's a separate app. And then LEP actually specifically said that she wanted the shiny Snorlax. So
yeah, I'm still on Ditto. I like the Ditto. It was very cool. Now, before we jump out to the break, I want to put out there, Thanksgiving is coming. We got to stay a month ahead on planning our shows. Otherwise, we run into a whole lot of trouble, especially at this time of year. Here's what Joe and I would like to do this year for Thanksgiving. We would like to make it all about you, kind of like a mailbag. Yes, people do the mailbag episodes, the call episodes. We're not going to do live. We're going to take the week off and go, be with our families, as most of you will probably be doing as well. What we'd like is for you to use the speak pipe, or if you prefer to not hear your own voice, email us, show@PokemonGoPodcast.com. And early in the week, I'll be putting together all the audio that comes in. And if it's one call, that's what the show will be that week, is one phone call, and thanks for listening. Bye. But we're going to, depending on how many emails we'll get, we'll read them. Joe might read some. We'll put together a collection of what you guys or everyone, what you all out there listening to us, all you trainers are wanting to hear on the show. And just, talk about what you love about the game, what you want to see coming next, what you're missing. You can say, crave to Joe, love the show, whatever you want to do. This is your chance to shine. We want to hear from you. So you can go to PokemonGoPodcast.com, click on the Speak Pipe tab, leave your voicemail, or you can email us, show@PokemonGoPodcast.com, and we'll read it. One of us will read it on the recording on your behalf. And put that out there as well. So, and we're going to reach out to Ibbott to get some words from him, and we're going to try to hit up old Bo York and get some words from him. So come be a part of our Thanksgiving celebration and leave your voicemail and write in. And
you realize now you're going to have to preview the speak pipes.
Oh yeah,
see if,
this is not going to be a response speak pipe. This is going to have to be listened to it.
Well, no, but like from now on, we can't go in blind, because you'll have to. Was this a Thanksgiving submission?
All right, there is a way around that, but I'm glad you thought of it. I'm clicking on the record a voicemail right now.
Oh, can you input a subject on it or something?
I think you can put in a thing. I'm actually recording one right this second. It's picking me up live on the show. And when it stop, your name optional. So you can put your name in Thanksgiving, because you don't have to put in your name or your email. Both of those are optional. But if you do, put in, you don't even have to put your name if you don't want to, but put Thanksgiving show, and that'll work. Otherwise, we will. Well, if we accidentally step into it, Joe, we'll still use it for Thanksgiving, even if we play it early. It's fine. But I'm glad you thought of that. That's why you get paid the big bucks. So on that note, I gotta go wash some dishes to earn some money to pay Joe the big bucks. So we're gonna be back in just a minute.
All right, I initiated the 30-second commercial.
Good, 'cause I was in that too. You got it. Awesome.
Yeah, did you notice I gave you
yes
mod privileges?
I'm in the mod vision. Yep, thank you, sir. Yeah, that's right. The Canadian Thanksgiving was on Monday.
Yes. Yeah, my next door neighbor across the street is originally from Canada. And so, yeah, she wished everyone on Facebook a happy Thanksgiving. And, man, I feel bad.
It is odd. It is odd that a holiday about white people meeting with Native Americans to learn how to stuff a turkey is somehow in Canada, too. That doesn't make any sense, Joe.
I don't know what the customs for Canadian Thanksgiving is, so.
No, my point is holidays are all made up, and people forget that, and they get a little overboard on things. But that's neither here nor there. Let's play some music to come back in from the break.
But my other kid has 2 phones. Asked her if she knew me. She said, yeah, I know a few songs. All these girls around me think I'm rowdy because I've been through fire. Then I level up, so now I dose them like this shit you were. I've been that guy you clowning around.
There you go. Coming in. Yo, we Pokemon like the real G's. I tell you what, man, I'm the real Giovanni. That's what it is. So we're back in. Hey, Joe, we got some headlines to hit.
Yes, yes, we do.
I'm assuming these are in order. You want to go in?
Yes. So we teased this first one a little bit earlier.
So that we have updates to some Go Battle Nights and Flying Cup events.
Yes, we do. I clicked on the wrong link for some reason. So that one we didn't tease. We'll get to the tease in just a moment. So there is an update, like you said, to the Go Battle Night and Flying Cup, which
it's literally the top link. And you said yes.
I know. Mistakes were made. It's okay. And whenever it comes to quote unquote updates to events, especially PvP events, it's almost always
Cancel.
postponed.
Mhm.
And so, yeah, Flying Cup has been postponed until November 5th. So, yeah, just have to wait for that. And they do provide a link so that you can see more. So there's a lot of events that are going to be tied into Go Battle League Season 4. And they do provide a link for that in this post as well. So if you wanted to keep up to date on that, if that is your
Yes.
cup of tea.
If you want to know quicker that it's been postponed, go follow that link because they've all been postponed every time.
So it kind of bothers me a little bit that they are still postponing events, but they got rid of a lot of the temporary bonuses already because of the lockdowns.
Yeah.
You know, so they're still postponing events, basically acknowledging that the lockdowns are there, but they're easing up on the in-game lockdown stuff. I don't know. It's just conflicting messages.
So why would you postpone a PvP event? I mean, it's still in game. You don't have to be eyeball to eyeball with somebody, right?
Not that I know of.
I mean, there could be a level of something that we're missing because you and I, neither one of us really PvP at all, and we definitely don't. We definitely don't follow and engage in these special nights, so that I could see where we're missing something. But yeah, I don't quite understand why they're postponing it, but they did. So there's that. Now this is what Joe is so eager to tease about. What are these strange eggs? Save them for Team Go Rocket during the autumn event. Now I do love the little duder that is in the picture. The Ronin stabby guy.
The little dude.
He's like a little miniature stabby man.
Yes, he is a little miniature stabby man. So his name is Poniard. So he is gonna be popping up in those red 12K eggs.
Now they in the game yet? Because I'm definitely not seen it.
Yeah. So they are in the game, and actually, our next source is a criticism of these eggs on how to get them. So the problem here is you get them by defeating a Team Go Rocket leader. Okay?
Okay.
So the trouble is, though, when you fight them, you have to have a space in your egg inventory to get it.
Yeah, like gifts. Like if you don't have space, it will not throw you an egg.
And so one of the big criticisms, and now we'll just combine these two sources and kind of hop back and forth.
Sounds good to me.
This is a very good criticism here, and you can. So I don't know how familiar you are with Reddit, but you can.
I'm still learning.
Give awards to people for their posts and comments. And this one has a ton of awards on it, this post. Basically meaning it's nearly unanimous that people agree with this statement. And it's these red eggs disincentivize you from opening gifts and from spinning Pokestops because you want to leave a spot open. And so I dislike features that disincentivize other parts of the game. And so we really need to have something. So what they actually suggest here, and maybe chat will suggest something else, but what this person suggests, and their name on Reddit is BrownsFan125, is that we should be able to trash eggs, reject eggs, get rid of eggs. So we get an egg and we be like, no, we don't want that egg. And that would be fine with me. I would be okay with that. But what would also work, and I'm just thinking, brainstorming off the cuff here, When they do events like this, maybe open up event slots for eggs. That
Okay.
the only eggs that can go in that last row, like if they open up one more row of 3, so you can have 12 eggs total, but that last row can only be event eggs.
Yeah.
That could work as well.
Yep.
And I think that would be even better for Niantic, because if you can hatch 12 eggs at a time, that means you can use 12 incubators at a time, which means they can get more people spending
money.
Pokecoins, more people spending money.
That's right.
So
Now, didn't we get a temporary second regular incubator at one point, like for an event?
So there have been events where when you spun stops, you got a single-use incubator,
But it was not a blue super. It was a regular.
Yeah,
I mean, there's a precedent. What I'm saying is there's a precedent set for singling out stuff that is not normally in the game. Like you normally have one regular incubator, and you can have a bunch of the supers.
These weren't infinite incubators or anything like that. It was once a day you spun stop and you got a single-use incubator from the stop. But yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And so the top comment on this is pretty nice. So it says, the micromanagement required to obtain desired eggs is becoming absolutely ridiculous. Now this comes to us from Reddit user Tadia. We now have 4 kinds of eggs. So we have Pokestop eggs, we have gift eggs, we have Adventure Sync eggs. For those that don't remember, there are tiers to your walking distance per week, and the higher tier grants a 10K. Well, has a high probability to grant a 10K egg.
Oh, that's probably why I didn't remember it had it, because I don't get this higher tier.
You'd have to walk. I think it's 50 kilometers during the week to get it. But if you don't have an open spot, you don't get it. And so that's another thing that. So the micromanagement here is just crazy. So if they opened up that row for special eggs that are single time, like Adventure Sync and Team Rocket, that would be awesome. And then they continue. Tadia continues, just let us have tabs and let us hold 3 of each or something. So they're wanting to actually stack the different types of eggs, which would work as well. But yeah. So, wow. Yeah, the micromanagement on eggs is just becoming crazy. But anyway, so these red eggs, these 12K eggs, you have to have space open. So this event, which started a few days ago, started on the 12th, and it's going to last until the 19th. So it's only going to last a few more days. Yeah. And this was announced in between recordings as well. So by the time this podcast goes out, people are going to have like a day to figure this out. And so there's a very good chance that you're just going to miss these eggs. But anyway, during this, eggs placed in incubators will require 1/4 the normal walking distance to hatch. So for instance, I put an egg in an incubator actually 2 today. So 10K egg went down to 2.5 because I used a normal incubator on it. So that is pretty nice there. In fact, I probably should drop some money into the game so that I can get the adventure box. I don't know if you saw the adventure box, but it's actually pretty nice.
I did, and I was watching you dig through it.
Yeah, so 1480 Pokecoins for 20 super incubators and 4 regular. That's pretty nice. That is some good value from Pokemon Go. And then, so for the first time since March, new Team Go Rocket special research will be available. So there's different special research there. You can fight Giovanni if you... let's see, what's it saying? If you currently have the shadowy threat grows research special research from earlier this year. You'll need to complete that before you can get the new special research. So
Okay, let me go see.
yeah, so there's that. Poison and dark type Pokemon are popping up more in the wild, and they specifically mention Spinarak, Houndour, Puchaina, Gulpin, Stunky, Purloin, and more. None of those I am super excited for personally, but if some of those, a lot of people, those are going to be their favorite Pokemon. So get out and grab them while you can. You will be able to find Team Go Rocket grunts more often at Pokestops, and the balloons are going to be popping in more than usual. And then,
Yeah, I fought Team Rocket a minute ago.
Okay. And then take a snapshot for a surprise. Have you taken a snapshot recently?
Nope, I'm going to go do it right now.
All right. So if you go in and you take a snapshot, and I'm going to do it here as well. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. No, I don't want to do that.
Team Rocket popped in. Beautiful.
Why is it making me download the AR platform? Not now.
Weird. Mine did not do that at all.
It's trying to. I said not now. It looks like it's going to pop up. Okay. So this is... Look around.
Oh, you're showing your secret F9 button. Joe, you don't want to put your F9 button out there in the public.
Not the F9 button. Where is my... Why is it not...
Your friend is not looking up at all. I mean, he's not showing up. His Pokemon for the podcast. His Pokemon is not showing. Oh, because you got to tap it.
There?
Tap to place it.
You're
what your screen said.
Blop. Okay. Well, I took a screenshot of the white screen, and a grunt showed up in the picture. So
that's the point. Is a Team Rocket grunt showed up?
Yep. So, I don't want AR mode. Bloop. Go away. But yeah. So the grunt will show up in your picture, and yeah.
I love his face. Is like, oh, I got you. But so on this topic, civilian on basis, but there are ways of sending fake walking data to your fitness app to get walking distance in Pogo. I used to play lots, but lots of the moves Niantic is making turned me off, so now I don't care if I cheat. Maybe I shouldn't have read that one. And actually, I don't know. Well, okay, no. I can easily think of a bunch of ways to do walking data that's not walking.
Oh, yeah.
No, some of the changes are good. I don't know that it's cheating, as much as you're cheating your health. You're cheating your health as a billionaire. They need to love you. But I mean, there's people who think the gotcha is cheating, and obviously, I 100% disagree with them. So it is tough. It is an interesting thing, but it won't matter. I mean, doing that walking data and getting your extra candies or extra possibility of an egg will not help you in this situation. It's reversed.
Yeah, if you don't have a spot open, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And then, of course, I was opening up gifts as you were talking about that, going, oh, I need to stop opening gifts now, I feel like.
Yeah. It's very counterintuitive here. Yeah, and then there's new Team Go Rocket Leader avatar items available in the shop, and I'm like, okay, cool. Oh, that's the Longchamp one. I don't know what let's see. Is it? Oh, there we go. We can look like the different team leaders. There's Sierra. There's Cliff.
All right. I'm not spending 300 coins on it, but I get you.
Yeah, and Arlo.
All right. Arlo's is go back to Cliff because Arlo's is Arlo's is 200. Cliff's is 300. What? You don't even get the trademark Rock Out of Podcasting beard either. You just get the suit.
Yeah, Arlo's.
Now I will
Arlo's
spend 300.
But the other two are 3. That is funny because if I'm not mistaken, so they each have counterparts. I think Arlo is the counterpart to for Instinct. Because Sierra is the counterpart for Mystic, and I'm pretty sure that Cliff is the counter for
that
Valor.
seems right. They're just saying that Instinct is valueless. valued less is what I need to say. Civilian on basis, valor shafted because the cliff is 300. I actually want to go in to see about. I don't. They don't do facial hair in this game, do they?
No, it is sorely lacking. Um, it doesn't let you change your body type. It doesn't let you do like anything. So, other than change your clothes, and I'm just like, man, like you can change between male and female, but everything else, it's like, okay, you have no options.
Yeah, because I just want that cliff beard, man. That's all I want for my character. So I got my Portland hipster look going on for the
Well,
fall for my guy. So
and
good.
there's a reason they do that. It's because they've got all these things in there to make money, but they don't test them that well, because each time they release something else, there's so many different iterations of possibilities that you could combine, different combinations, and a lot of them do not work together. The graphics are colliding with each other and overlapping and all kinds of other stuff, and so they've got all kinds of issues with that's half the reason that I don't really even care to ever bother changing my avatar, because there's so many glitches in it, and depending on what pose you put it in, messes up the clothes, and yeah, it's a whole to do.
It's a whole to do, and he can't be bothered to do it. See what I did there? Ha 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 ha. I don't know. I'm being weird. So we're gonna move on.
Ha ha ha.
I now throw me a Giovanni suit in there, and I will change my outfit because I'm all about suiting up in the game. I can do that. Updates to the Mega Evolution. I did see. Don't these look like new age Xanaxes or something? These mega candies. I'm just saying. It's. I feel like if somebody's like, "Would you like a mint?" and I saw this, I'm like, "What kind of cult are you trying to kidnap me into?" But two exciting updates have been made.
This gets you out of the Matrix. That's what it really is.
No, I want to stay in the Matrix. Life is already messed up as it is, man. I'll take the Matrix over what's out there right now. But two exciting updates have been made to Mega Evolutions just in time for October Community Day. The duration that Pokemon stay in their Mega Evolved form has doubled from 4 hours to 8 hours. The cap for Mega Energy has increased from 999 to 2,000.
Man.
This limit applies to each individual type of Mega Energy, not the total amount across species. And stay tuned for more.
Yeah. Those feel like just band-aids, to be honest.
Well, they are. I mean, this is just, and bugs were fixed. It's just patch notes is all this is. It's just done in an announcement form instead of patch notes. I mean, yeah. And okay, I want to save this. I'll let you talk. I want to move this next one down to the bottom because we got some things to say about that.
Well, and it's so from a coding standpoint, this is probably just changing a couple of values in the tables, and that's all it is. Into a couple of reference tables, or changing the values in just a reference file.
For the candy, you mean?
For both of these, for the duration and for
yeah.
And so this is like, we can do this. Bloop, done. Like this is literally a 2-second code change.
And that's why it's a patch note. I don't. Yeah. I mean, is it wrong they put out an announcement? I mean, if people were like, "Oh my god, I'm stuck at 999," or "Oh my god, I want my Mega out more in 4 hours," it makes them happy. But otherwise, I mean, there's nothing wrong with what they did. I don't think it was totally like busted before. I still don't know when I should evolve a Mega. Still, I haven't even done it once yet. I don't even know what kind of candies I have.
Probably the best time to do would be during a raid hour. If there's a Mega that corresponds to that counters the raid hour, that would be probably a good time. But even then, you don't need 8 hours for that. You only need the 4.
I mean, I dig the 8 though. I did because everybody was, well, not everybody, but a lot of people were upset. That's not a permanent change. It's not, you don't keep a mega in your Pokédex or anything like that. It's a very temporary change. So I could see why not. I mean, it's not like you're using the same amount of candy. I mean, it didn't double the amount of candy for it. So you're getting more bang for your buck. It doesn't hurt you to do that. That's the way I saw it.
And Rock Eddie says the problem was that the $9.99 cap was unmotivating players from doing mega raids, and I get that.
Oh man, I missed a mega Houndoom with Ibit this week because I was teaching. That's the only one. That's the only one I've been invited to. I haven't. Okay, to be fair, when I say I haven't seen one around, I haven't had the game open in a couple of days each week for the last 2 weeks. But yeah, I didn't see a Houndoom thing. I was like, oh man, I would have loved to have done a mega Houndoom just because, you know.
Yeah, that would be fun. That would be fun. But yeah, but it's the 2,000 cap is still going to disincentivize people once they reach the cap. So the players that are ultra players are still going to be stuck in the cap. So I don't know. We'll see what they do. They're going to continue to tweak this, and I'm sure it'll continue to change. It'll continue to evolve. And for all we know, they will do a mega evolution update at some point, do a rework, just like what they did with the gym system. They completely reworked the gym system from the early days to what we have now. Used to have the full stack of 10 Pokemon in there. You had to knock them out one by one, and it took forever because everyone just threw Blissies in there. And now we have it to where over time they deteriorate and everything, and it makes it easier to flip gyms. But yeah. So they may completely rework it. They may not, but I'm sure we'll see more tweaks along the way.
Yeah. I mean, some argued that while the first gym battle system was disheartening, the second gym battle system made everybody go, why? Why would we bother? And I do. I mean, I don't bother to fight people unless I'm really got nothing else to do. But I bother to throw in a Valor Pokemon when I get a chance, you know?
Yeah. No, I think that the original gym system had some very glaring flaws, which is why it had to be reworked. Because there would be gyms that people would just, no, I don't want to spend an hour to flip this gym.
Yo, yeah, that was we talked a lot about that in the early days. You would spend an hour to flip.
Yeah, especially if it was all Blissies. It literally would. If you were the only one fighting, it would literally take 45 minutes or an hour. But yeah, so I mean, that was years ago at this point. But yeah. Oh man. Now,
yes,
we talked a little bit earlier about the eggs, but we mentioned that Poniard was in the 12K eggs. We never actually said the other people that were in the 12K eggs.
Oh yeah, we got caught up in the how you handle the eggs. We forgot to do that. So yeah.
So Poniard's in there, Sandile is in there, and Vullaby is in there. Vullaby is like a little baby vulture.
Yeah, this is where I do get frustrated. It's like you put a bunch of if they're not brand spanking new, they haven't been around for long or very prolific, right? So they're in there. I mean, even Larvitar kind of can be hard to get. Scraggy can be hard to get, right? So they're in there as well. And it's like, but it's having such a hard time getting my eggs taken care of. And I'll be honest, I don't know, Joe. I'm kind of thinking of I'm specifically not gonna buy super incubators just because I don't want to reward this kind of behavior. You know?
Yeah, that is true. With all the weird stuff they've got going on with the eggs.
Because that almost, and I hesitate to say almost, because I really do hate when somebody comes down and is like, oh, this is that, and all the anger and vitriol comes out and this, that. But so I say almost, I caveat it, but it almost feels like pay to play at this point because you have to get these eggs out of the way
to get
the new eggs.
The incubators are pay to play.
But typically it doesn't matter, right? Typically it's okay if I have an Alolan egg, fine, a 7K. If I have a 10K egg from wherever I got it from, fine. If I have a 5K, fine. But this is a limited time special event egg that you can't just get. So now it's I have to buy more incubators to clear out the eggs so I can play in this event that is limited time. That's where I feel like for me, it changes to feel like pay to play. Like not pay to win, because I don't. I mean, I literally don't care if you wallet warrior. I mean, that's up to you. But pay to play. Pay to play is different than pay to win.
Well, and part of my issue with the 12K eggs, now that we're going back to this, I linked an infographic in the show notes. I'm not sure if you saw that there, but they have Rocketti says don't fall for the trap. Exactly, don't fall for the trap.
But he says just go get one once you've hatched an egg. Like, but just going to get one is not that easy either. You have to fight a Team Rocket leader to get one.
Yep. And so they have so these 12K eggs aren't just the new Pokemon either. Now I do like some of these other ones because, like you mentioned, actually, Larvitar, Scraggy, those are in the 12K eggs. Dino is in there, Absol is in there, and Trubbish is in there. Trubbish and Absol, I'm like, why? And then
sure,
well, because Absol's had events. Absol's been in raids forever. Trubbish has had events. Larvitar has had a community day. Dino had an event, but it was a botched event, so I'm okay with Dino and Scraggy being in there. But they just that's what they do. They water it down with other stuff, and so I'm wondering if the Sylph Road has done a
statistical study on it,
a statistical analysis on the eggs, to see how frequently they pop up in the 12K eggs. When I go to their eggs, they don't even have 12K eggs listed on here. It does say new eggs, but it doesn't say... Oh, there is a tab for strange. Okay, so if I click on the strange, they don't have percentages for how frequently they pop in just yet. They haven't collected sufficient data for it yet. They just have listed who is in them.
I mean, this is so it's not bad. It's not great. This is trick-or-treating to get off-brand, Snickers candies, right? It's like no-name candies in your... Well, it's still candy. It probably tastes all right. Well, that's not what you're looking for when you knock on the door, right? But it's not a toothbrush. You know what I'm saying? So this is it's okay.
Now, if you're really, really trying hard, you can get a decent number of these 12K eggs. Civilian on Base mentioned in the chat, they fought 3 Team Rocket bosses in 4 hours while at work. So was able to get quite a few of the Team Rocket bosses at work because, again, they did increase the number of balloons and they increased the number of
I logged into a grunt waiting on me. Yeah. Tonight.
So I mean, if you want to go hardcore, buy packs or buy incubators, and so that you can actually have open slots, and then you battle the grunts. It is possible to get these new guys. It just, I don't know.
All right. Yeah. So apparently we're talking really slow tonight or something, Joe, because I'm like, holy cow, it is almost time to end the show. We're only halfway through. So did you know that it's almost Halloween time? So imagine the shock that we're mystery catches a ghost event.
What?
But I like it. I'm not hating. I was like, you know what? It's not it's not really a Gengar event, but it is kind of Drifloon though. We'll get a shiny, right? You can see. Well, I know shiny Drifloon's out there already, right? It's yellow.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think I actually have one, maybe.
Oh, Drifloon. We've mentioned it the last couple of years, but its Pokedex entry is pretty
so dark.
Creepy.
So dark.
It carries kids to the afterlife.
Yeah. There's exclusive time research. There's which is going on the 25th. It's starting on the 25th
Yeah, so
from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m.
It'll be in 10 days.
So there'll be exclusive time research, complete event exclusive field research tasks, encounter ghost type Pokemon, and earn Gengar Mega Energy. And during this event, you'll earn additional XP when catching Pokemon with nice, great, excellent, and curveball throws. It's time to show your ghost types. Yeah, so I mean, I think it's cool. It's honestly, I wasn't gonna hate on another Gengar event because there's a Gengar event every Halloween. It's the Halloween go to, but your ghost type. All right, we're still going to see some Gengars, but it's cool.
Well, and they say it's a mystery, catch a mystery ghost type Pokemon as part of the event. But we're not gonna go in depth into this because our next source is a APK teardown. We'll have it linked in our show notes. But one of the things I did want to mention is that the code or the Poke Miners has specifically found references to Runerigus, if I'm saying that right, and it's the it evolves from Galarian Yamask. So I would guess that he is going to be the mystery Pokemon. So he is a ghost ground type. He is he is crazy looking. And so that's what I would guess. Like I said, we're not going to go over this entire thing. There are many references to Halloween and Halloween things.
The boxes are drawn very well.
Yep.
I like it.
They did specifically, some of the things that they added were Darkrai's signature moves. So earlier, a couple weeks back,
Incinerate and Dark
I said
Void.
we're probably going to get some Darkrai raids. So I think that is a safe bet as well. But yeah, like I said, if you want to read the full APK teardown, it will be in our show notes. And for those that are here live, I just linked it in the chat. So
that is very cool. Pokemon Go special weekend presented by Grubhub. This one, I saw our good friend Rob Roberts tweeted out about this. He's like, I'm not very happy about this at all. I'm like, why not? So I decided to read the article. So I saw it earlier today, read the whole article. I'll just go ahead and say I agree with Rob. But Joe, what do you think about the special event weekend presented by Grubhub?
Yeah. So I wonder how this will impact those that have child accounts, because I'm guessing they can't even sign up for this. So,
right.
As part of this, starting today, trainers in the United States, so this is an exclusive event for the United States, they can sign up to take part in a special weekend event. Trainers have to submit their email here, and they provide a link. It's it's a Grubhub link for Pokemon Go. So, and you have to join Grubhub Plus. It's a membership service, and yeah, I'm just like, I don't really want to do that.
Okay, let me TLDR some of this for you.
All right,
just jump to the end because you're doing good, but I just get so mad reading this.
Okay.
So you have to sign up, and they have free trials, but you have to sign up basically to pay for an extended membership service in the Grubhub. So not just order food and you pay the $5 delivery fee or whatever. It's no, you're paying Grubhub directly now as a membership thing. And if you do that, even for the free trial, you'll get a ticket to the event while supplies last, meaning there's a number of digital tickets out there. So even if you do this, you may not get to be a part of the November 8th event from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And man, here, I'm just going to read how to get a ticket. You can obtain a ticket for the special weekend by completing the following actions by October 28th. So you have to do it 2 days before the end of this month for a November event. You submit your email and you'll get an email from Grubhub. If you're new to Grubhub Plus or sign up for a Grubhub Plus trial, you use a link and email connected to your account. Special weekend tickets will be sent out starting on November 4th via an email from Grubhub. And that's it. If you can't get it, you can't get it. It's not a direct purchase, but I don't even know how much the Grubhub Plus membership is, but this, I don't know, is this equal to, Joe, the $8 special event for, I don't remember who it was. It wasn't Darkrai. It was the bug dude. Is this equal to that? Or is this something a little more distasteful with the fact that we're signing up for a membership for an app outside of the Pokemon Go app?
So Grubhub is $10 a month. And
typically a special event, they've only done 2, right? But they've been $8 each.
Okay. I've actually never used Grubhub ever. But
well, I just mean the Pokemon event.
Oh, yeah.
So people are like, oh my, I have seen some respond, oh my God, pay to play. No, they've done a special event where you could pay $8 and do special stuff and get this. I cannot remember. It's that dude who looks like a walking praying mantis with a futuristic alien head. But you could pay $8 to do his special task event and get him early. And then later on, he came to the legendary raids.
Yeah.
And Rocky says we can just cancel before the free trial is over and still get the ticket.
Theoretically, yes.
Man.
And Grubhub is counting on most people doing that, but they're also counting on a lot of people forgetting.
Now, if you use Grubhub all the time and you're already a Plus member, this is an easy win for you, right? Or if you're not a Plus member, but that suits your lifestyle, whatever. I almost said play style, but that didn't really fit with Grubhub. But if that suits what you do, this is perfect. I don't really have a hard on this,
but
because
at the end of the day, there
were paid events before.
They're not offering anything crazy awesome. I think the best thing there is the Gibble that they're offering as a wild encounter. So I guess let's talk about what the features are. So the features of this event, it'll happen on Sunday, November 8th. It'll be a 3-hour event. So there will be timed research where you can get, where it'll give you incense, 3 incense, a star piece, and 100 Charizard Mega Energy. And then in the wild will be Chansey, Spoink, Mawile, Bronzor, Gibble, and Sewaddle.
And Mawile, Gibble, and Sewaddle are kind of hard to get right now.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of those are semi-rare outside of events.
But here's the thing: you might get a shiny Pharaoh seed, but only in the event? Question mark.
Yeah. Yes. It is part of the event, but shiny Pharaoh seed, if I'm not mistaken, is already available. Like we said earlier, it's hard to keep track of what is and isn't. But I remember.
Well, Rock Eddie says it's new.
Okay, so maybe that is.
Or
maybe I was seeing a preview of it before. Okay, so it is not available just yet. There will be an event in Mexico, and that will be the kickoff of it, of Shiny Pharaoh Seed. It says Shiny Unknown will not be appearing as part of the event, although Unknown H will be appearing in the event.
G and H.
Yeah, Grubhub.
Or Grubhub, yeah.
And then Bulbasaur, Charizard specifically, not Charmander. So Bulbasaur, Charizard, Squirtle, Pikachu, those 2 unknowns, Sableye, Patrat, Minccino, and Pharaoh Seed are going to be popping up as this. And
they're attracted by incense.
Yeah, by incense. And the incense will last. It'll be event incense, and the incense will last for an hour. So, I mean, yes, you can sign up and then unsign up if you remember.
It's not horrible. It's not something I'm going to do because I'm horrible at remembering to turn things off. I don't really use Grubhub, but nothing against them. I just don't get food delivered to me all that often.
Yeah.
Well,
and I'll admit I don't check my wife handles a lot of our finances.
So here's a little backstory for Joe.
I just make the money. My wife spends it.
But last week Joe was like, somebody subscribed somebody subscribed to HBO Max, and then we looked at his kids had subscribed like 6 months ago to HBO Max.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh no!" So, no, but that's a standard American story, man. That's a standard family story of crap.
One of my kids apparently, and it was probably the toddler playing with the remote. To be honest, our Fire Stick remote, but with our Amazon Prime account, they had added on the HBO add-on to it, and no, we didn't know for 6 months,
and so that's why I'm personally hesitant to go. Okay, I can pick. Like I said, they've had $8 events before. Do I want to? Maybe not. But a membership where if I forget, it's a consistent. And you said it's $10, so it's consistent $10 every month until I forget or to remember to cut it off. For me personally, I can't do it. Because I'll probably spend $30, $40, $50 before I remember to turn it off and not get anything out of it. So, but if this is for you, go for it. Rocketti says a lot of his friends use it. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with it because there's somebody's like, well, I feel like this is our punishment for sponsored gifts. Like, well, it's not a punishment, and there are ways around it if you know how to work your angles. But yeah. All right, but that's enough of our jibber jabber. It's time to hear somebody else.
Like I said earlier, Grubhub's just hoping for people to forget.
Or actually, there's that, but they're probably actually hoping for people to use the service and become actual members.
That's true. I mean, they're not Movie Pass.
Hey, guess what, Joe? We have a speak pipe. You ready to hear it? Here it go.
Hey, this is the Terry Wolf, and you know what shiny I want to see this coming out of Kanto? I want to see shiny Ditto because I catch these things all the time, and I just want one of those blue Dittos. All right, love you guys. Love Cheeky Nashville, and Tom, you are the biggest fraud of them all.
Oh yeah, shiny Ditto. That would be pretty awesome. I actually caught a Ditto here live on the show today. So, and I think last week too. So
yeah. Before we check our watches and get out of here, right? I think our discussion of the week is, what do you think about the sponsored event? What are your after you've heard our kind of rapid walkthrough of it? Do you have a different take on it? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Somewhere in the middle? Let us know over at I lost where our page is.
/r/Pokemon GO Podcast.
Thank you, Mick. I totally lost that one. My brain went over at grubhub.com/Pokemon GO Podcast. You can check it out.
Oh, hey there. My name's Tom, and I have a question for the King of the Frauds. Hey, Joe, what time is it?
So now I'm the King of the Frauds, but he is the biggest fraud. So I'm getting confused now, but that's how it is. But it is time for random trivia. And this week I wanted to talk about Mr. Stabby Stabby. Isn't that how you put it? Poniard?
Yes. Samurai Stabby Stabby.
Samurai Stabby Stabby. So Poniard is the Sharp Blade Pokemon. It evolves into Bisharp, which is the Sword Blade Pokemon.
Whoa, it's a family show, Joe. Come on.
Okay. And they are both Dark Steel type Pokemon. Yeah. These guys
I'm going to go on a limb with the name somehow based off of chess.
Oh, like Bisharp? Could be. And Poniard.
Oh, I just saw what Bisharp looks like, though. Oh, my goodness. That's the Mega Man I need in my life.
I mean, if
you look at it, it's like a Mega Man.
He looks like a Mega Man villain.
Yes.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You are not
I
wrong.
know.
Yep. So would Mega Man shoot blades at people? Anyway.
Yes.
So the Poniard, his Pokedex entry, the black Pokedex entry, says that blades comprise this Pokemon's entire body. If battling dulls the blade, it sharpens them on stones by the river, which is neat. And then the white Pokedex entry shows just how much of a pawn it really is, because it says they fight at Bisharp's command. They cling to their prey and inflict damage by sinking their blades into it. So, Poniards are the pawns of the Bisharps. So, yep.
Chess. It's straight chess, man.
It is chess. It really, really is. So there are no other Pokemon besides these two that are dark steel type Pokemon. So that is pretty neat. And Bisharp's Pokedex entry goes along with Poniard's. It says that it leads a group of Poniard. It battles to become the boss, but will be driven from the group if it loses. So, yeah, it's kind of the alpha male vibe there. So Poniard, the looks and the actions of Poniard are very much based off of the quote unquote traditional Japanese bandit. So a lackey or things like that.
Sure.
And yes, his name does come from pawn from chess, and poniard is also a name for a lightweight dagger, although it's spelled different than poniard, obviously, because pawn is spelled like pawn from chess.
Yeah.
So yeah, poniard is pretty fun. And then Bisharp, again, looks like a traditional Japanese bandit, but this time as the leader. So it features something like samurai armor, just like you called.
Yes.
And its name is a combination of bishop and sharp. So he is being promoted to a bishop from a pawn. And yeah, a lot of stuff, good stuff.
So Jonas 4596 jumped in. Says, want to do another Giratina raid. His in-game name is Goose Llama. And he put his code here in the chat. I sent you a friend request. That's what am I in the game? Drug Got a Podcasting. Drug Got a Pod. Drug Got a Pod in the game. So I sent you a friend request, and yeah, I'll raid with you, man. I just double checked, and I have some remote stuff there going on. So that was cool trivia. Here's how you can find everything else about us. Please, again, Thanksgiving week is coming up. I know we haven't hit Halloween yet, but as a show, we got to be prepared. So we want you to go ahead and start sending in your emails and your phone calls. I'll tell you how to do the phone calls in a second. And we're going to make Thanksgiving week show a podcast only show, but it'll be all your emails and phone calls. And if we get none, there's no show that week. If we get one, that's what it is. I just got invited to the battle, so I'm going to go ahead and pop in while I talk about that. Email us, show@PokemonGoPodcast.com. The phone calls, as I say, it's all done digitally over the internet, right? It's not an actual phone number. But it is PokemonGoPodcast.com. There's a speak pipe tab right on the right-hand side of the screen. It says, hey, leave me a message, yo. And you do that. Reddit is r/Pokemon Go Podcast, as Joe said. Facebook's Pokemon Go Podcast. Twitter's @Pokemon Go Pod. And we're here back on Thursday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern. Twitch.tv/Pokemon Go Podcast. Is good to be back up and running on the platform that we love. So that is cool. And Joe, where can they find you, sir?
You can find me on Twitter @Joseph_Ard.
And real quick before I forget, if you want to sub to our channel, you show some love there instead of going over to patreon.com/Pokemon Go Podcast, which is either way is fine. But we do have the Patreon. It supports the show. We love it. It is 20% off of subs this month. I just saw that on my end when I hovered over the screen. So you can actually subscribe to us at 20% off. It's pretty awesome. You can find me on @RockGotAPod or Charles McFall all across social media. And tune in next week to hear Joe say,
oh, man, I've actually been playing a lot of chess with my kids this past week, and that's what Poniard made me think of as well. But I told them the first time they beat me, my kids, I'll give them $20. It'll be a long time before they beat me.
I thought you were going to say, I told them, first time they beat me, I'm going to flip the board and throw the pieces everywhere. We need to find a place to rate. I want to do a quick shout out to everybody as I'm battling here with Jonas. Thanks to, see if I can say these names correctly as I battle. DKO, LEP, Lil El Delara. I know I messed that one up. Jonas for popping in. Jonas 4596. Lotus Lurks, Old Plain Face, Rock Eddie, Civilian on Base, and Snake Doctor 77. And I know earlier we had Shiftworks with us, but he must have bailed once we figured out he was Tom. He had to run and hide.
I'm not sure if anybody has submitted any titles this week.
I know I didn't.
There are no titles. So, yeah.
It's the Pokemon episode brought to you by Grubhub. The show title is A Fraud. Snake Doctor.
We now have one title suggestion.
Yeah.
So get out there and vote.
Oh, man. Ooh, this Giratina is a little bit harder than I anticipated. I think I've already lost 3 Pokemon.
What a noob.
What a noob.
All right. Well, unless we get any others, this will be an uncontested win from Snake Doctor 77.
I think that's what Snake Doctor does. They just wait till like the last minute and get their bid in. You know, that's how they've won like 3 or 4 titles. Oh crap! It closed my game. Don't close my game. I'm in the middle of the battle. What are you doing? I'm just tapping the screen, not sliding stuff around.
Oh, man.
Knucklehead. Holy crap. How many people did we get for this battle? Because we were losing it almost.
You didn't check before you went in?
I don't know. There's 3 of us. There's 3 of us fighting this thing, apparently.
Yeah, that'll be fun. All right. So that's where we're going to call it. Snake Doctor has won by unanimous vote. So this show title is A Fraud. And with that, have a good evening, everybody.